Hey everybody, welcome back to Lead Therapy, and thank you so very much for taking time for tuning in to my video. Well, the ATF is at it again. They raided another business, closed down his website, seized his assets, and arrested him. Now let's take a closer look and see who this happened to. As you can see for this story, I had to break out my 2A hat and my Defund the ATF shirt. The name of the person this happened to is Christopher Justin Irvin. He's 41 from Jacksonville, Florida, and he owns a company and a website called AutoCard.com and AutoCards.com. How I found out about this story, I actually found a video on YouTube about it late last night, and I knew there was such a thing as a lightning link, but until last night I had never heard of these auto key cards, and some people refer to them as metal business cards. As I watched this guy's YouTube video last night, he mentioned the raid and the ATF arrest of this guy. He also mentioned in the video that he knew this guy. And later on in the video, he said he had some type of an arrangement with this guy that he would give him some of those key cards and then he would give them away somehow to people who are his followers on social media. But he claims that he has absolutely nothing to do with that company, and that he also mentioned in the video that people that had recently won key cards, that they of course are now not going to receive them. He also mentioned in the first video the name of the guy that was arrested. He also mentioned in his video, besides the ATF raiding his business, shutting down his website, seizing his assets, and the guy being arrested, he also said his family was arrested too. He then made another video after the first one, and then his story changed. Not only the name that he gave in the first video was wrong, but then the family members were not arrested. So in my opinion, there's some sketchy stuff going on there. So let's talk about exactly what happened with this raid. After I watched this guy's two videos, I did some further research and found out that a gentleman named John Crump, who writes for AmmoLand, did a story on this last week. And you guys should check out AmmoLand and the stories that John Crump writes, because he does a very good job in writing these stories. And while I'm giving you information about the raid, I will put up some pictures of the auto key cards and an actual post on Arms List from the guy that was selling these auto key cards. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, ATF, and the United States Postal Inspection Service has arrested a Florida man and seized his websites, AutoKeyCard.com and AutoKeyCards.com, for selling and drawing on a piece of metal. Their ATF raided and arrested Christopher Justin Irvin, 41 of Jacksonville, Florida, for manufacturing machine guns. Irvin did not sell or make any firearms. A lightning link is a piece of metal that a user bends to drop into an AR-15. When engaged, the lightning link transfers the firearm into a fully automatic machine gun. Irvin said he sold this product as a novelty. The auto key card did have a drawing of the lightning link on the surface, but it was far from being finished. For a person to use the device in a gun, the end user would have to cut out the lightning link and bend the metal before they could use it in an AR-15. According to this story, the owner of the company didn't even etch the lightning link on the piece of metal, it was just an outline. Irvin took orders from customers via printable order form that the user would mail into the company with payment, either money order or cash. The company would then send out the card to the purchaser. The United States Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Florida approved the seizure warrants for the company websites. Since the company did business through the United States Postal Service, the Postal Inspection Service joined the ATF in the case. The ATF said the company violated 26 U.S.C. 5845-5861. The statute says it's a violation of federal law to manufacture, receive, transport, and or deliver a machine gun not registered to the National Firearms Registration and Transfer Record. The ATF admits Irvin did not sell a complete machine gun, but they did point to 26 U.S.C. 5845 Section B. Under that subsection, it is illegal to possess any part designed and intended solely and exclusively, or combination of parts designed and intended for use in converting a weapon into a machine gun. The ATF did not buy that Irvin was selling the auto key card as a novelty. That law enforcement agency will probably not extend the defense to the gun owners that purchased the auto key card off the website. The ATF says that anyone who owns an auto key card purchased from the site violates the National Firearms Act. The agency will charge anyone busted with the device with a federal felony. The gun owners can face 10 years in prison and fined up to $250,000 per device owned. Since most people purchased multiple cards, the penalties could add up and be very costly. The ATF asks anyone who has an auto key card to contact their local AT office. By contacting the ATF, gun owners are not avoiding prosecution. The ATF does not promise amnesty from charges, and it's recommended that you contact a lawyer if you even think about contacting the ATF. I would also like to say that I do believe we should either defund or abolish the ATF, and that law-abiding citizens should still be able to own automatic weapons. But also people who sell product like this and people that purchase product like this also know that there are laws in place even though there shouldn't be, and they do run the risk of being arrested. I'd like to hear from you guys in the comments section down below. Should this guy and others be able to make product like this? There are very few videos on this subject on YouTube. So if you guys like the information that I gave you, please like, share, and subscribe and hit those post notifications, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.